I hit the bottom so hard the other day. Idiot, dude. I was picking my people up back there, catching bait with the cast net, so I'm trying to drive and throw the cast net and staring at my screen because, you know, the water's solid brown in here, so you can't see them. I just see them on the sonar, and when I spot them, I toss the net behind the boat. So I'm just dialed in on my sonar, and I'm working this ledge that goes from like 15 foot, 6 foot, 3 foot. I'm on the 15 part and I'm making a turn trying to get to the 6 foot part, hit the 6 foot, and I'm not looking up, so I'm not really aware of what direction I'm going. I'm going that, like, more angled towards the mangroves. Jumps up to 3 foot and I hadn't hit, so I was like, oh, okay, so it must be deep enough. I look over just to be like, that's pretty shallow, I should be able to see him. Bro, the water's like that deep. And I was like, and as soon as I noticed it, I was about to throw it in reverse, my motor just boom! Yeah, and cut off. Like, oh dear God, please don't say I finished a prop or put a hole in my lower unit. It was fine.
And I was out there and
look at the got another one.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. We're out here with the Way Sportfishing. I can see bait fish in the water right now, which is promising. We're diving in about 100 feet. We're trying to get another black grouper. If you saw Jed's 100-foot black grouper video, I linked it somewhere up here. Check it out if you haven't seen it. We're essentially going for the same day today. Black grouper, red grouper, hog, zero, king if we see them. Try and get these fish.
Probably got like a knot.
Miami Learning Experience School. That's how we're gonna do it.
Learn anything?
Better than buy clothes at a garage sale. Way cheaper. Yep. Alright, so we're going to be trying some new stuff today. I've been messing around with Middle Class Mayhem's formatting and the way I like to do these episodes. You've seen the verse of the day come into our episodes inside the last maybe 10 episodes we've been doing this now. And I wanted to throw some voiceovers in here on some of these dives because I think they're more interesting when I can tell you what's running through my mind, what's running through Jed's head here. This was my first dive at this spot. Like we said, it's about 100 feet here. And the thing with this spot is the major variables here are A, the depth. It's deep, and so it takes some time to get down there and figure out what's going on, find the wreck, figure out where we are, figure out what the drift is like, what the visibility is like. So this dive, I kind of was just getting my grounds about me and seeing what the deal is. There was a lot of current on this day. By the time I got back up to the boat, you can see how far back I am. Me and Jed throw a big line off the back so that we can grab it and pull ourselves back up to the boat. But on this dive in particular, we had a lot of current.
Even if you did shoot something in this much current, it's just, it'd be a miracle to get them up. Turn their body sideways and just do death spins. Trying to fight that up is not fun.
Take two. This is a wreck called the Tracy. It may be called the Ken Vitale now. When I was in high school, this wreck was called the Tracy. And it's got a very special place in my heart because this is the first wreck that I ever dove. I was a sophomore in high school. I dove it with my buddies Nick, Noah, and Keegan. But it was mostly me and Keegan who did a lot of the diving. And the first time I dove this, I remember diving down because I wasn't really, back in the day, if we could touch 70 and sprint back to the surface, we were happy. Much less shoot anything or hunt in any way, shape, or form. So I remember this doorway right here. I remember in high school swimming down to it and just looking inside of it, wanting to swim through it, but being too scared to. So there's almost never fish on this wreck. It's cool to see it. I love to see it. It kind of runs in a line with two other popular wrecks.
Might be the clearest day we've ever had.
Yeah, I stand by that. That's absurd, man. It's like looking through a window.
This was the outside of the reef, so.
Nurse sharks, one of my favorite sharks that we see on a regular basis because of how mellow they are. They're extremely relaxed. You see this remora hanging out with this one as I was approaching it. He was probably 6 or 7 feet long. He was a really big one. I approached him and he just gently swam off. He didn't really want anything to do with me. Hands down one of the coolest clips I've seen in a while. You're watching Jed right now and he's diving down lined up on what's a Nassau grouper. We barely see Nassau grouper. We can't shoot them here. He was kind of on the fence with it. Wasn't sure if it was a red or a Nassau at first. He decided not to shoot it, but takes off in this reef, and this good sized black grouper takes off out of the reef. You see him chasing it down right here, and they're so smart, man. That the black just took off as soon as it saw him. He tried to find this black, I think it holed up somewhere else on the reef, but he wasn't able to find it. And then I took a dive down to check out that Nassau shortly after. So I just shot this black grouper. I took a dive on that piece of the reef because it looked like it would hold a fish. And sure enough, there was a black grouper right there. So you saw me shoot him, and then he tucked himself in this hole on top of this reef right here. It's a relatively small hole, but it's really dark in there with a couple good corners for him to hide around. The shot tore out, but I knew he was in this hole. And so I was getting ready to go to reload my gun and go back down here to shoot this fish, and was on my way back down, and this mutton showed up. He was curious about the black grouper. So you saw I had one band loaded there, shot the mutton. It was an easy shot because he was distracted by the grouper, so he didn't even really run from me. And I knew the black grouper was still in there. The boat was drifting away. Jed was a little bit further than normal from me. So I got up here and I called Jed over to me and explained to him what was going on. I shot a pretty decent sized black. He's in this hole down here. I went to dive on him and then this thing popped up. There's a little hole he went into, and I think there's an opening on this side. I haven't had time to check it out. I'm gonna go grab the boat.
Shot a different black.
Seriously?
And it holed up over here.
Oh, dude, this thing's like 20. y'all. We got him. GoPro died, so I couldn't film the retrieval shot, but I did it with Jed's little gun. Poked my head inside the reef that when I shot him, you saw him hold up in. I lined him up, and I got him through the eye and kind of out the belly. I measured him, he's like 25. Big beast. It's a good sized fish. Oh! Mackerel, black grouper, and a mutton snapper. Catch you guys in the next episode.